scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another video. So we are back in the house of scrap doing our scrapbooking, housekeeping and fix and file. This is album 31, which is album number 4 of 2021. This is the penultimate album to show you, and this is a light blue, powder blue We Are Memory Keepers vinyl album, 26 layouts. So let's dig in, shall we? This is a fish and chips layout. So I've got this Cartabella striped pattern paper here as the background, and then it's a photo heavy layout, isn't it? So I've got 4 4x6 portrait photos and then 1 3x4 landscape photo, and it's documenting fish and chips on the Isle of Wight, or more precisely gluten-free fish and chips. So yeah, where I am able to get gluten-free fish and chips on the island. This layout is obviously a couple of years old now, but I've got it looks as though I've got a yellow striped pattern paper slightly offset on the page, and then a grid type layout here. Bramble fox piece here, bramble fox piece here, wood chipboard type alpha with these little puffies here. So this says tradition, this says British, and then just some little banner pieces from the same puffy alpha set there. A little bit of stamping here and there, another bramble fox piece here, puffy star, deck chair die cut piece here, a couple of flare pieces with a puffy star, again here flare piece with a puffy star. And then this is a Project Life card here, and I've just said, I'm so fortunate that here on the Isle of Wight I can get my favourite fish and chips made gluten-free in so many places, yum. So this is a pub, this is al fresco, all these three are at home, takeaway, and this is at a pub, and this is sat in a car park. It was takeaway, but we ate it in the village. So yeah, and I've got Elvis t-shirt, Billy Fiore t-shirt there. Oh, this is one of my favourite layouts. White texture cardstock. I've drawn some circles here, probably using a plate, or I may have done it freehand, I don't remember, in red and blue. I've created a little banner here with a stamp, bunting with a stamp, and some wood triangles that I've actually inked up in red, white and blue. I've used the circular section to just, you know, add flair all around. So I've got a 4x6 portrait photo of me sat on the beach, and this is just about where I live again. So these are Simple Stories Colour Vibe Foam Alphas, and these are just Ellie's Studio Flat stickers. I've got 3 clusters here, and I've just found this one loose, this little gem loose. I'm going to just pop that down there and I'll stick that properly later. So I've got 3 hearts that I've inked in red, white and blue, and I've got faceted gems, glitter domes here in those 3 sections. And then I've got all the beach themed flair going around here. Project Life card here, Project Life card here, with a wood globe, a wood anchor with some thread around it, a tassel with some baker's twine, 3 puffy hearts, a punched out heart that I've outlined, a camera that I've inked in blue with a card candy piece in the centre. And then I've just said there are so many wonderful beaches on the Isle of Wight. Today we went to Apley, but we also love Brook, Fort V, Yaverland, Colwell, Ryde, Sandown, Shanklin, etc. So yeah, and it's love where you live. So yeah, it's just an amazing place to live, and we have got all the beaches. I'm just going to pop off and sort Buddy out because he's barking. Okay, I'm hoping it'll be quiet for a few minutes. This is a Vicky Boot in pattern paper, isn't it? Yeah, so this is documenting London. Top left to bottom right design here. Very, very, very busy. I've got chipboard pieces. I've got London stickers, flare pieces, bramble fox pieces here. Yeah, like these are London themed stickers. Did I say that already? All these are actually. I think it came from a tourist pack. I've got a wood camera that I've inked in black. Flare pieces, like I said, die cut piece. I've lost my thread because I had to go downstairs and now I'm out of breath. That sticker just looks as though it's coming up slightly there. A tube train, yeah, they're all London themed stickers, including this. So it's a whole pack of London themed stickers. 4x6 portrait photo of me. This was when I went to see Joseph, I would imagine. August 2021, yeah, so I've already documented this quite a bit. I think you would have seen some of those already. And this is just to say that the steps at the South Bank are always in the Joseph spirit, very uplifting, and my entrance to the city. So yeah, I don't know if you can see these steps in the background. They've all got like different coloured, they're multicoloured, like rainbow steps. And that was the day that I was going to see Joseph. I love that layout, very busy. This is another Joseph layout. So white texture cards, like this lovely sort of rainbow type pattern here, which I think might be Chamel. I've cut this from a carrier bag, I think, that I got from the show. Oh no, it looks like a Project Life type card, or Ellie Studio maybe. And then I've just taken a photo of the socks that I purchased when I went to see the show. Chipboard red glitter alpha. A mixture here of flare and badges. So that's a badge from the show, that's a badge from the show, and then the others are flare. So I'm doing top left to bottom right, and I'm filling my corners. And then I've just added this little fun bit here and one of the hexagons on the pre-printed Ellie Studio card. Well, I didn't think I would be coming away from the Palladium with new socks. Who could resist Joseph's socks? Practical and fun. I had a nice chat with a young man on the merchandise stand. He saw the photo in my purse and asked about Billy and Elvis. He knew they were Cavaliers and he loves dogs. I showed him photos of Buddy and Chester, and quite the queue formed whilst we chatted. I didn't remember that at all. I actually didn't remember that. So I've still got photos in my purse of my Billy and Elvis, who are no longer with us. Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't remember that at all. Now then, this is a very, very floral layout, isn't it? I don't do floral layouts very often, if at all, but when you're documenting a rose, I suppose you can. So very lovely floral pattern paper here, with perhaps a 10 by 10 or 11 by 11 piece in the middle, and then some 6 by 8, two 6 by 8 pieces there from paper pad, I should imagine. Pink puffy title here, chipboard pieces, Bramble Fox here, flare pieces, chipboard piece here, and then yeah, just documented the rose in the garden. So the fragrance of this stunning rose by the front door is incredible. There you go, wonders never cease. Helen has done a floral layout. This is another Joseph layout. So this was the same day, August. I've got this lovely dotty pattern paper here. I've got one of my London themed doilies here, which I bought for the 2012 London Olympics. I haven't got any of those left now. 4x6 photo with the Project Life card. These are my train tickets here. I've got a cluster here of, I'm not sure, I think that's a chipboard piece and 2 flare. Then I've done a bit of stamping, so I've got my Pharaoh stamp, chipboard piece, Bramble Fox title piece, lots of little planner stamps here, my London bus stamp and my theatre mask stamp. And if you follow me or you've been watching this project, you'll know that I use my Pharaoh stamp on all my Joseph layouts and my theatre stamp on all my theatre layouts. So this is almost 2 years since my last trip to London to see Joseph, in brackets. I was finally back at my gateway to the city, Waterloo, once again to see Joseph. I love you, London, and I do love London. So yeah, that's a nice one. I've got my mask on there because that was at that time we were still wearing them. And this is another Joseph layout, and I think this would have been, I can't see that I've put a date on here, but it would have been the same day. Or it could have been the following month, but I think it was the same day. A beige coloured texture cardstock with a very small margin, probably about 1/2 inch, and then a light stone coloured texture cardstock. Then I've got this white that I've done in a portrait piece of card, and I've actually sprayed gold ink splatter onto that. Black foam alpha, and then I filled my corners with flares here, and then star pieces. So that, I wonder whether that's moved. I'm not sure whether that was meant to be layered like that. I'd have to look at the original photo because it's not here, is it? So I've got a gold die cut piece, glitter, and then I've got a bronze glittered wood piece and black wood piece, same here, and stamping. And this is a little die cut piece here. I've got a heart stamped Jack is Joe there onto this Project Life card, and I've got some gold tissue behind this 4x6 portrait photo of Jack, and washi tapes here, and I've stamped stars in the background as well, haven't I? So after almost 2 years and lots of cancellations, it was amazing to finally be able to see Jack swinging that dream coat on stage again. I remember I got told off when I took that photo because it was like a cordon, because it was quite strict with the COVID. I think you had to like you had to do a test, and they were randomly checking tests, and I think I went through the cordon. This was way before the show started. It was earlier in the day, to go and get a selfie, and I got told off by one of the security guards. This is a pattern paper, like a very mixed media-ish pattern paper. Isn't it perfect for my Elvis Day layout here? So this is Elvis Day 2021. 2 Project Life cards here, portrait landscape, this yellow glittered foam alpha, a wood musical note, and a little clip, movie themed clip there. And I've got some lightning bolt puffies there. Yeah, it's very busy, so there's lots and lots on here. It's not even top left or bottom right really, because it's across the bottom, it's across the right, it's in the top corner, it's in the top corner. 2 banner pieces there stapled onto the page, bramble fox, flare pieces. I've got this little bikini die cut piece there, or swimsuit die cut piece. These here are Simple Stories Family Fun stickers. This is a die cut cassette recorder. This is a similar, and this is similar. There's some little, I've used brads on this page actually, tiny little brads here I've used. Some little confetti musical note pieces there. Sequin in that little camera die cut. I've got 2 wood frames here that are glittered gold, and I've stamped a musical note inside. I've got a, oh, I've cut this television there. I've die cut that using my squeeze tool, and I've stamped 2 hearts inside. A little bit of planner stamping, another Project Life card, 4x6 portrait photo of the poster for the movie Viva Las Vegas. And then I've used a 4x6 Project Life card here, mounted with 2 other ones on top in 3x4. Clapperboard here from my cinema themed stickers. Some more confetti musical notes. Flare, enamel darks, enamel lightning bolt, because that's a logo that Elvis sort of designed for his jewellery, and it was taking care of business in a flash. So TCB, but it actually meant taking care of business in a flash, and that's what the lightning bolt is there for. 2 puffy stars. And then I've just said the BBC showed Viva Las Vegas on Saturday afternoon, and it was great to watch it on TV with no adverts. On Monday we listened to Elvis all day, and in the evening we watched That's the Way It Is and On Tour. Bit of stamping here, pool party, get the popcorn ready, all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's documenting Elvis Day, which is the 16th of August. This is a Chester layout, so it's kind of bottom heavy, isn't it? So you could say half and half in a way, but we've got the extension bit here. Project Life card cut down, Project Life cards, Project Life cards, Project Life card, and I've got this 4x6 landscape photo of Chester, and I've chomped the corners with my corner chomper. And then I've got 3 gold flare here, and this one of my favourite alphas, which is that chipboard glittered bronze type colour. And this looks as though this is the other bit of that Project Life card, and I've just written Ride Beach on there. Flare pieces again. And then this is like a travel themed pattern paper with hot air balloons and all kinds of things on it. And I've just said Chester does have some funny ways. When we sit down at the park or beach, he tends to lie some distance away from us. Today he chose a shady spot. So he was distanced from us. This is a half and half triangular layout, not quite full half and half though, is it? This is torn, there's a torn edge. I've torn the edge of this triangular piece here and added it to sort of the bottom left side. Fill corner here with gold ink splatter. These are die cut pieces, 4x4 square photo mounted. Again here, I don't think that's 4x4, but I think what I've done is I've just cut them down to fit into this space, so they're all different sizes, and I've mounted them all the same onto this like light coloured cream cardstock, and then the brown, and then this is a Project Life card, and I've stamped this squirrel onto here. 2 flare pieces here, another die cut piece. These stamps have come from a squirrel stamp set that I've got. This one says I'm nuts about you, and then this is a Chamel stamp set here, go big or go home, and this is a cross stitch that I did, and it's in a frame at the top of my stairs. When I first took an interest in doing cross stitch in October 2020, my research told me that the Rendale designs by Hannah Dale were the ones for me. They are large stitches and are not simple, but the designs are amazing. I practiced on smaller, simple stitches before attempting the Nutcracker during my birthday month in April. I took a break for a while, but started again in June and finished it on the 14th of August 2021. Very pleased. Yeah, very hard. I think it was maybe 120 hours of stitching, if I recall, something like that. Because I'm a new cross stitcher and I'm not particularly speedy. I don't know how long it would take someone else to do, but it took me many hours, and it brings me a lot of joy every time I see it. This is not quite a half and half page. There's more of this piece than there is of this piece. So that's probably about 5 inches, maybe that's 7, I'm not sure. And it's a book themed pattern paper, and then I've got this stripy pattern paper here. Simple Stories Colour Vibe Foam Alpha in blue, 3 stripy flare pieces, and I've deliberately put them vertically because I think they look like the books on the shelf. Me thinking I'm clever there. Project Life card here that just says funny. I think there's a bit of stamping there, I can't quite see. Yeah, I've stamped a paw print and the date. And then I've just said here, my husband, Buddy and Chester in their fave spot. So they're just on the sofa like that, and they're bookends. Don't know if you can quite see that. They're bookends. They look like bookends on either side of him there. Okay, so this is another London trip. This was the same day in August. White texture cardstock, Canada themed pattern paper. So because I was going to Canada in 2020, I did purchase a Canada themed scrapbooking kit or set of papers, but of course I never got to go. So what I did was when I went to London, I went over to Canada House and took some photos, and I texted them to my lovely friend Moira, my Canadian friend, just to show her. That was at Canada House in London, and I used this pattern paper. And I've used another one of those doilies, London themed doilies here. Top left to bottom right design. Project Life cards here, portrait, landscape here. COVID themed flare pieces here. 2 little maple leaves glittered, a little bit of stamping. The 4x6 portrait photos are mounted onto white texture cardstock. And this is the Colour Vibes, Simple Stories Colour Vibe Foam Alpha. And I've put Canada and stamped house here. And I've just said, my trip to Canada to attend the Create and Inspire retreat and to spend time with Moira was cancelled due to COVID. We have been in constant touch during the pandemic. My first trip to London, and I thought I'd send Moira some photos. So yeah, I like that layout. Red is my favourite colour anyway, so yeah, I love using red. This is a layout about, I've already documented that the hot air balloon event that I went to, and this is documenting that still photo of my parents here. So stripy pattern paper, blue textured cardstock, 10 by 10 maybe. I've got a Bramble Fox title piece here, Bramble Fox hearts, a layer of flare pieces here, and then I've got another pattern paper here, and then the photo is landscape onto light blue powder blue textured cardstock with a Bramble Fox hot air balloon here, and I've got one here that I found that fell off of a layout, and I think I know which layout it's from when we get to it, but we shall see. I don't think I'd put it here on this layout. I'd have to look at the photos. I've got this framed chipboard piece here, and I've just said what a lovely evening we had at Robin Hill, #family, a little puffy star there, and then the flare piece here in the middle of this other framed piece here. And I think there's another pattern paper there and this pattern paper going across here. So yeah, I've done a lot of layering of pattern papers, and I've got puffy stars on some of the flare pieces there. This is another fish and chips layout. I probably won't keep all the fish and chips layouts that I've made, but I like this one. I thought I was being really clever using the wood utensils that they gave us. And this is pattern paper. I'm not sure what it's not Cartabella because it's not got that texture, but it's very nice. It's like a wood grain, isn't it? So this is kind of not really an L shape. It's more of a bottom left with extending and a filled corner. So this is another Simple Stories Colour Vibe Foam Alpha in green. Lovely plaid pattern paper there. Fish and chips pattern paper, which is 8 by 8. 2 4x6 portrait photos. Lemon print pattern paper. The utensils here, I've used green ink splatter, which is something doesn't really fit in with many themes. It's not even a Christmas green, it's like a lime green, and it's from I think I got it with a Chanel Christmas kit. It's a Heidi swap. Filled corner with a die cut circle, a brad, flare piece, and a puffy little banner there. Chipboard frame here with a die cut piece, some more of that puffy alpha there. Flat Ellie Studio stickers, chipboard piece with stars here, and then a partial piece of a Project Life card with another one of those banner puffies, and it says, we found yet another place that does gluten-free fish and chips, the Blue Crab. Yeah, so there's another chip shop on the island that does gluten-free fish and chips. Okay, so this is a header and a footer type layout, the ones I like to do. More often than not, I'll have the larger piece at the bottom and the shorter piece at the top. I've done it the other way around here. This is a 4x6 landscape photo of some crispy onion rings, and I've used those utensils again, which this time I've inked in orange. So these little pieces here came from this alpha set. bit random, but I must have wanted to fill the corner there. 3 flare pieces here, baker's twine to tie the utensils together, doilies. The photo has been mounted onto white, and then some of this pattern paper. This is black texture cardstock. Project Life card here, and I've got some little stickers on here that must have come from a set. A flare piece that says hashtag obviously, a puffy little citrus piece there. I've used my enamel accents here in the little torn sections. 2 different types of alpha for the title. So this one, which is, they're both foam, crispy rings. A little Coca-Cola bottle here. I've stamped chips, I've stamped a burger, I've stamped eat out, and there's some twine or thread around that flare piece, and this says check it out. I finally got the chance to eat out honest burger, amazing gluten-free options including onion rings. So yeah, I'm not so much documenting food now, but I really love this layout, so I'll more than likely keep that one. So this is London again. This was the following month. So I went to see Joseph in August, then September. I'd booked to see it 3 times, but the July one got cancelled. Beige texture cardstock, star pattern paper, again framed with another square piece of brown texture cardstock in the centre there, and the 4x6 portrait photo has been mounted onto craft cardstock. Bramble Fox title piece here, black glitter tag with a glitter domes, theatre themed stickers, flare pieces in the leopard print, because I had my leopard print mask on, and then Bramble Fox piece here, and then this is just like a frame, a chipboard frame, and I've done my journaling in that tiny chipboard frame, and I've made my writing very small. Black foam alpha. I booked Phantom as one of my Joseph shows got cancelled. Bramble Fox. Yeah, so one of my Joseph shows got cancelled, which is the July one. And it was so hard to sort anything out back then. You couldn't get hold of anybody to sort it out. So in the end, I went into the theatre and I said, just book me on another show instead of giving me a refund for Joseph, because I was in London anyway. So what I did was, I think I was seeing this Joseph on a Saturday or Sunday. And I said, just give me tickets for the show tonight. And I went to see Phantom of the Opera again. So rather than mess about trying to get a refund and what have you, I just got a ticket for another show, because the theatres are owned by the same companies. Pattern paper, like a confetti type pattern paper, which is really nice. Top left to bottom right with a little bit of extending embellishing. So Project Life cards, I think this is Poppy's Crafty Owl, Dream with Your Eyes Open. Flare piece with a sticky brad, puffy. Bramble Fox arrows, flare pieces with sticky brads, and then I've mounted the 2 photos slightly sort of a bit offset onto this coral coloured texture cardstock, and I've used a white pen here for the journaling, and this coat hanger and the little skirt there, I've die cut those using my squeeze tool, and this is a chipboard Admit one piece, and it says, I finally got the chance to wear my new Joseph skirt. I wore it to the matinee show with my Joseph face mask. So it's all about the rainbow. So I got my rainbow skirt, which I wear I quite often wear when I go and see Joseph, and my rainbow face mask. Oh yeah, it was exciting times. So this is Cartabella pattern paper. It's a Christmas themed one, but I'm using the other side with the stripe vertically. I've got flare pieces here, a silver chipboard glitter alpha, 2 4x6 portrait photos of me inside the theatre for the Phantom show. And I'm documenting the chandelier, which if you've ever seen Phantom, you'll know is quite a large part of the story. I've just got a Project Life card here, portrait, and then I've got the chandelier, and then he's here in the same alpha. I've got 3 stars here, 2 gems and 1 wood piece. And I've said, it's always a thrill when the chandelier crashes through the theatre and above the auditorium. Of course, it means the Phantom of the Opera is in our presence. Quite terrifying. There's me looking straight ahead, and then looking up at the chandelier. I think I was directly below it actually. I was at the front on the front row, so it may have just been a little bit further back. Top left to bottom right with this lovely sunshine themed pattern paper. A very old die cut piece here. Project Life card. Flare pieces. Bramble Fox glasses, Bramble Fox. This is a 4x6 landscape photo of me and my friend. I've chomped the corners on here because the Project Life card has got rounded corners, and I've just done that to match. I sometimes do that. Chipboard piece here. My friends were camping in the New Forest, so we were finally able to see each other again. We met at the Compass Inn for lunch, a beautiful day. So that's the pub that I used to like to go to in the New Forest that was 100% gluten-free, which is no longer 100% gluten-free. Red texture cardstock, checkerboard, or however you describe that, pattern paper. And this is me doing a cross stitch on the train to London. So Project Life cards here, one portrait, one landscape. Lots of little elements here. I think what I've done is I've used these foam pieces from Alpha Set as instead of an X, I've used them as a cross stitch. I've got little clusters of an ice. I've got a cluster with one of those faceted gems, card candy, wood star. Similar here. I've stamped these tickets here and cut them out and put them on foam. Stamping in the background again. And then this is me with my Elvis mask on the train. I've layered these photos over red striped pattern paper, and this is me actually doing the cross stitch set on the train. And then this is the completed cross stitch that I created for my cousin, who is a huge David Bowie fan. And I have to say, of all the cross stitches I've done, this one was just so nice to stitch. The thread and everything was really nice, and I forget what you call this, what you stitch onto, I can't think what it's called, but that was just the nicest one I've had. Yeah, I've done quite a lot of cross stitches, and that was the easiest, the most pleasant one to stitch, I have to say. Blue texture cardstock with white cardstock, a very small frame, and then I've got this shelf across here like a band of red and white striped pattern paper. Filled corner here with I've punched out this star pattern paper and stapled that to the page, and it's partially offset. Project Life card here again, stapled to the page. Flare, faceted gem, lightning bolt, same here, blue chipboard glitter, Alpha, a Bramble Fox piece here, and a little bit of stamping here, and a stamp of, I've stamped Elvis there. And this is me, 4x6 portrait photo wearing my Elvis t-shirt with mounted onto white texture cardstock, and the edges have been inked in blue. For my trip to London, I broke out a new pair of lovely dark jeans. I also had a new Elvis t-shirt to wear. Well, it was a special occasion. Stamping here, and this is the same day in September going to London. Right, where are we? This is like a pinkish, sort of corally pink texture cardstock with this bunting banner type pattern paper, which I've chomped the corners of that, and then I've used several Project Life cards, so 4x6, 3x4, 4x6, and then I've created this square myself and chomped the corners. This is the theatre sticker from my theatre sticker set. Bramble Fox title piece there, Bramble Fox hearts, 3 flare pieces, COVID related, theatre or cinema stickers here. And then it's quite a lot of journaling on this one. It was an incredible feeling being back in London and back in a theatre after so long. In the space of 7 days, I saw 5 performances, all COVID postponed, and just happened to be rescheduled for the same week. I went to the Mayflower twice, Her Majesty's once, and the Palladium twice. In the middle of all that, we had an alfresco lunch with our friends at the Compass Inn. As I sat on the Key Connect bus taking me to the ferry after the last show, I reflected how things are still not okay, and I was glad to be going home to my bubble. Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that actually, feeling quite a bit overwhelmed actually at the time. It was amazing to be back in London though. So this is green texture cardstock with a pattern paper placed over it, and it's another header and footer, but again, similar to before, I've torn the pattern paper and placed it over the green texture cardstock. Normally the header and footers would be the pattern paper that I add to the background page. 3 faceted gold gems here. I've added a glitter dome into the pattern of this on the into the circle of the pattern there, and then I've done similar here with some pearl gems and a gold gem. And then what I've done is I've along the line of this pattern paper, I've added 4 flare pieces, and this is where this came from, because I can see it was stuck there, and actually when I found it, it still had the backing on it. I think that's why it didn't stick properly. So that, yeah, is supposed to go there. Chipboard travel themed Alpha there, and this is me at that same hot air balloon event. 2 4x6 portrait photos showing me with the balloons, and then just the balloons. 2 Project Life cards layered, little bit of stamping here and there, like an aeroplane here, and and I've die cut these 2 hot air balloons, I think, using my squeeze. No, I think they're too big for the squeeze tool, so they must be just dies that I've used in my Sizzix. The balloons at the Robin Hill Sky High event were quite a sight to see. And then there's somebody there hanging from that hot air balloon. Yeah, I'm not actually over keen on this layout, so I don't think I'm going to bother resticking that, and I don't think I'll be keeping that layout. This is Chester, so this is a left side design with filled corners here. dark green textured cardstock, some pattern paper layering, slimline photo of Chester here, not 4x6, probably 3x6 or 3x5. I've got a circle of baker's twine with a flare, a chipboard button and a acrylic rose. Simple Stories colour vibe foam alpha in green. I've used my enamel accents here in white. Chester's first walk after he hurt his leg and the few days of heat wave. Stamped a paw and a heart. This is just cut from a pattern, 6x8 pattern paper, I think. Little bit of baker's twine here. 3 flare here with baker's twine, and these are game pieces with acrylic rose, wood, flower and a card candy piece. Cut apart flower with enamel accents in the middle, same as before, and these are card candy, and I've inked the little florals in green. So yeah, that's quite a nice layout of Chester there. I think, are we on to the last one? No, 2 more. This is black texture cardstock, blue texture cardstock framed, and I've used a template to draw around to create this scalloped circle. Stamped a guitar and country girl here, and what I've got here is a mixture of punched out stamped images of clocks, which is Tim Holtz, and flare pieces. And this is a black puffy title, It's Dolly Time. Stamped some stars, stamped some Western things here, and this is Tim Holtz, it's all perspective. Floral with card candy, and this is me going to see the 9 to 5 show, and I've stamped a ticket and cut that out as well. And I've said here, my first show back at the Mayflower, so this was on the 2nd of September. So yeah, that was one of the shows I was talking about in the other one, where I was on the little bus going home. I like this one. Final one, black texture cardstock, this lovely hexagon pattern paper, slightly framed there. 2 3x4 Project Life type cards, 4x4 photo of me with the doggies, and then I've got a bit of stamping here, gold ink splatter, and this is sort of like a grid, isn't it? I've got this tag here that I've said Chester's first trip on the ferry to the Compass Inn to see our friend, so that was the same trip as before. Black baker's twine. I've punched out 5 hexagons here, added 2 flare pieces and the Bramble Fox title piece, and I've 3 wood hexagons that I've inked in orange and stamped paws onto, and then 3 die cut pieces here related to travel. So yeah, and that's it. That's all those layouts for album number 4 of 2021, which is album 31 in total. So once the next video will be the final album of the House of Scrap. So other than Project Life, because I'm probably not going to show Project Life. So yeah, the final album with 12x12 layouts in it will be at the end of the project. And the day this goes live, I'm filming it just a little bit in advance, but it's actually Good Friday. So I just want to say Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. And you know, lots of chocolate if that's your thing. And I just want to say thank you for, you know, your interest in this project as always. Thank you for following me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.